Back to Tampa, Florida.
I'll do my best to answer your question. Okay? So we'll get underway and I'll talk with you as we go. Last longer than that and are shorter than that. And then our University of South Florida that I mentioned before has very high, about 48,000 students I think it has now. And now this building was built as the Plant Hotel. Henry B. Plant is a man who did a tremendous amount of shipping and whatever. He made his money through the shipping industry. And he uses me because it's only about 3 blocks or 4 blocks down the street. And in 1922, it was still a dirt road with cattle in the middle of the road. And it's just so hard to imagine. But people would come here and stay here. They had little rickshaws that carried people around the ground. They had a small zoo out there which didn't have much. A few deer, and maybe some peacocks, and an alligator too, which they're all over the place anyway. But they had some alligator out there, and there are wild birds that live out there now. There's a parrot, a green parrot, that lives up in the trees, and they are so loud and noisy. If we were here at about 5 in the afternoon when they come to roost, they just squawk and squawk and squawk and squawk. But they live here naturally. Also, there are people in the MBA program. A lot of local people will come here and get their advanced degree. But again, most of the people, local people, will go to either the community college or the university because it's much cheaper. And this room has just excellent acoustics. Many different organizations in the city of Tampa will rent these rooms for different affairs. I belong to some of the historical societies, and we've had many meetings and special events here in some of the rooms. Here in Tampa, we have Crews, K-R-E-W-E. If you're familiar with Mardi Gras in New Orleans, that's made up of Crews, K-R-E-W-E-S. And one time when I was here, there was a crew setting up for one of their coronation balls or something. One of our former mayors, who had been married more than once, and his wife also had been married more than once, they married on the veranda, and they had their reception inside. They married up on the veranda, and then the public sat down, where the stairs were, at the bottom of the stairs. And also graduation. One time during this time of year, but 2 or 3 weeks earlier, they were holding their winter graduation. And when I brought this today, and they did that outside on the veranda too, and then the public sat down where the bus is. And when we came in here, they had a brunch that morning for the parents of the graduating seniors. So of course it didn't leave any food for us, but the scraps were still here. Up there in the lobby still.
Oh, yeah.
Before you leave, please do that. You might want to walk a little ahead of us. And then we'll go directly back to the bus. So, and again, you might, look at some of the,
This is Fletcher Lounge.
Southern people like me. You talk funny like I do. Well, we're both from the north. There's before here.
I know your big histories of that.
Stay short.
Some of these houses are in their 2nd and 3rd generations of family ownership. And again, if there are any, this is the Garden Club building. And right here is Congregation Roda Shalom, one of our synagogues that started in Ybor City, because a lot of the merchants on the main street in Ybor City were from Romania and were Jewish. The Women's Club is a building right here than you do in other areas, and a lower high. For instance, 15 miles inland where I live, it generally will be a few degrees colder at night and a few degrees warmer in the daytime. So it'll probably be in the mid-70s at my house, where it's to be 71 here in town. Now, you'll end up having to get off the bayshore on up here where they have it. This is the mansion.
Oh, the horse.
Yeah, and there are the horses, the metal. And one of them is down there by that sign. It's very hard to see, but there actually are three. Yeah, here you stay on this and stay here. And stay in this lane until you get up to where it will make you detour.
I don't see the swimming area. Any beaches?
The one?
Any swimming area? Beaches, public beach.
我就站这里，